Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell. Welcome to 10,000 and Below, where we go look at games that are ranked quite low on Board Game Geek, the ultimate repository of board game information. Just take a look at them, right? Some of them might be great, some might not be. We'll see. I got one in here that I like, actually. So let's take a look. We're at 15,801, meaning there are 15,800 games supposedly better than this one. But let's see. 1,500, The New World. Ooh, I like the name of this one. Project KGB, the double agent. And there is Free Cell. All right. 1,500, The New World. This is from Dan Verzin, from DVG Games. Came out in 2017. 2 to 6 players. A game sets up in 10 minutes and plays under an hour. Huh. That's not great art. A lot of expansion sets that actually look like they're DVDs. Well, that's not bad components. Have I played this? I don't think I have. I feel like I might have played a game like it at some point. Meh. All right. Project KGB. Look at that cover. Oh, it's a spy training game. This came out in 1973. Interesting. I don't know what it is. I like that cover a lot, but it looks like some sort of roll and move type game. Free Cell, solitaire card game. Actually, I'm just going to give this one a 6. Although I've never actually played this one in person, only ever having played it on the computer. This is the one that has 4 free areas you can stick cards in. Well, that's kind of a weird... Oh, that's an actual, as I say, that's kind of a... The stuff's not lined up perfectly. That's because that's an actual deck of cards being used. Well, that's kind of neat. All right, let's continue down here. Take a chance on me. Sour Apples, Apples. Take the Cake and Catch the Mice are 2 games I played. And Bayonne. Sour Apples, Apples. You want to pick the worst match. Oh, and the best match. But you can just do that with Apples to Apples. But why not sell a new game of it? So we got any examples in here? The judge plays Frightening and someone plays Walnuts. Oh, I do like that the apples are green and red. That's actually an interesting thing to do, to have 2 things on every card. I like that. Take the Cake. This is a game that actually comes with a cupcake shaker, and you pour out sprinkles, the little different wooden cubes here, to put on top of the different things. If you match a cupcake, put them on that thing. That's it, but works really well for kids. Kids really enjoy this one. Physical action of shaking out the sprinkles. Catch the Mice. You're rolling dice and taking color mice. I don't remember anything else about it. I like those masks, though. Bayonne. This is from 2002. Alrighty. Oh, this is an Adelung Spiel game from Wolfgang Werner. Adelung Spiel games all come in a little tiny box of cards. That's it. It's a deck of cards. The art seems okay, but this one obviously has not gotten a lot of buzz. Huh. Well, there you have it. All right, let's continue down here. Race to Riches from 1989. Jumping down. Repeat Pete. Pete and Repeat went to the pond. Penny Arcade, Paint the Line ECG. Sid Meier's Civ, the board game. Wow, that's really low. And The Touch, what? All right, Race to Riches from 1989. The turn of the decade. I like that middle section. Man, I would have played this in a second. I don't know what it is. There's just something about this that makes me want to play it. Penny Arcade. Man, this is published by Penny Arcade. Red Tide. Expandable card game. You think it would get more love with this very popular IP. Meh, but I do like Penny Arcade. There you go. D20 killed it. Low quality components. Based on a brief Penny Arcade story arc. Low quality components. Oh, man. Well, there you go. Sid Meier's Civ. So this is from Glenn Drover, Eagle Griffin Games, and this was huge when it came out. I was so excited about this one. To have a board, and I get to play one of my favorite computer games, Sid Meier's Civilization, with technology. There's a couple things that killed Sid Meier's Civ. One of them was, I don't know what all those charts are. One of them is that when you did combat, it was kind of a rock, paper, scissors style combat. The combat didn't work very well. This part worked well, where you had these cards and you turned them. This is Sid Meier's in a different language. Let's see if I can find some more pictures of the components. There's more of the trees, the back of the box. Man, I really, really want to like this. There we go, happiness, and you would rotate these, and you'd be getting happy faces and productivity and stuff. Through the Ages does this better, unfortunately. At the time, though, I didn't dislike the game. I thought it was fine. It hasn't aged well compared to a lot of other games, but this is still one I look back at fondly. It certainly was an ambitious undertaking. The Touch. I thought the Touch was fine. The Touch is basically, it's a big device here with a bunch of toys. Plastic toys like this race car, or a whole bunch of stuff. And you have a card and you're reaching in there trying to feel around and grab the stuff. It is way harder than you might think. There's a lot of little expansions for this, but I never really got a hold of most of them. This is what it looks like with all the toys inside. Alrighty, let's see what else we got here. Fantan. Taste of Poland. I feel like I played that one. Grimslinger's Duel. Jumping down here. Monster Mayhem. Alright. So we'll start with Fantan. This is a public domain traditional card game. I don't know that I've ever played this. I've definitely heard it. You start with the sevens and then you're playing cards next to them. Sounds like a dominoes game. I do like these round cards though. Those are neat. Taste of Poland. I reviewed this one, I thought. Huh. I haven't. Maybe I've never played this one. I thought for sure I played it. It's a good idea to put the... Well, I've seen it. I really, really like the pictures in it. Look at that. Cake looks so good. Alrighty. Grimslinger's Duels. This is from Greenbrier Games. I want to say I've played this one with Z. He did the review of it, and I want to say I hated it back in the day. But I might be wrong on that, so I don't know. This is based on a more popular game, Grimslingers. Monster Mayhem. This is from White Wolf Entertainment. I think I still see this game at conventions every once in a while. I'll go through. I do not like the art or the graphic design. I guess there's miniatures. Yeah, it's not obviously not getting a big buzz online either. 132 ratings, and this is ranked pretty low. Alrighty, let's continue on. Here's a game I'm giving a 7 to. The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey. Journey to the Lonely Mountain strategy game. Maybe people give it a low rating because of that very lengthy name. Cosmic Pioneers. You like anything with the word cosmic in it. Saludos Amigos. Hungry Hipsters. Okay, we got to take a look at that. So this game here is from WizKids, and Eric Lang did this one. Oh, wow. I forgot this game existed. This is a game that uses a bunch of miniatures that WizKids had to click things in. And you're going back and forth, and wow. I remember it now, but I can't remember how it played. You had these different pieces moving. You have to accomplish different goals. And roll combos of dice. Man, I can't remember any more than that. It's 2013, so that's 7 years ago. This one did not... I wonder if I would still rate this a 7 now. I don't know. Fans also like Trixo? What? Okay. All right. Cosmic Pioneers. Sci-fi board area control game. Okay. Lizard, squid, worm, slime. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of the art, but I like the font. Saludos amigos. Are these guys have halos? What is going on in this picture? Two guys have halos. One guy has an infinity halo, and another guy has a cross halo. Or are they all just drunk? Why are there halos? And dice. And when was this game made? 1996? You're building moguls. You're trying to reap things, get graft and kickbacks. Alrighty. Hungry hipsters. The game of eating the most pretentious food. Be careful, though, the other hipsters will accuse you of being a poser and eating food that's too mainstream. But if you eat mainstream food ironically... Oh, man, I wish it showed the foods in here. I want to know what these foods are that you're eating. It's probably a silly game. No one's talking about it. That's funny. Hungry hipsters. All right. Let's keep going down here. That's still Smash City. Oh, the plot to assassinate Hitler, 1938 to 1944. Categories Juniors. Zacrobates. All right, let's take a look at Smash Cities. This is from WizKids, from Steve Avery. Actually, I don't believe I ever gave this one a rating. Did I? Did I even review it? I thought for sure I reviewed it. Huh. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to... Steve is a friend of mine, but I'm going to give this one a 5. It's mediocre. So the way this game works is you have these buildings here, and you're rolling your dice on the board. Your dice are the monsters and stuff. The problem is it's not as fun as it sounds. You roll them on, the building may fall or fall over. There's not a lot of back and forth. It's a game that sounds like it could be a silly King of Tokyo game, but we found it to be too many. Well, does this work? How about this rule? What about this? And there was just too much of that in a game that should just be throw the big dice on the board. The plot to assassinate Hitler. Alrighty, well, I mean, the name of that's pretty self-evident. It's a war game, but you are attempting. I wonder why the dates are so long, like 1938 to 44. I thought it was a much more condensed thing, unless there's multiple plots here. At the end of the day, this is definitely looks like a war game. But, man, look at all those charts. It's an interesting theme. They just remade it Black Orchestra. Zacrobates. That's a very different cover. Looks like towers. I like that artwork a lot, actually. What's the theming here? You're instead of trying to match pairs, you're trying to... So it's like a memory match game, but you're not trying to get pairs. All right. All right, let's continue down here. Bungie and Medio both have 96 ratings. Candidate, 178, and Hagoth, Builder of Ships. Knee Jerk. And Cassie. Bungie. From 2007, Amigo Games. Play a card and draw a card. Whoever has 5 points can call Bungie. And has almost won. Sounds pretty bad, actually. Cards are okay looking. Medio. An unusual game based on building hotels and cruise ships and making sure they get good weather. Interesting. I like how that looks. Huh. Well, now I'm curious because it looks like an interesting game. What are people saying? Feels like it deserves to be great. Chaotic environment, long downtime, bad end game rules, and interesting old style economic games. Concepts don't go together. Oh, well, that's too bad. Candidate from 1991. You're going to win the primaries. This is an election game. I'm assuming, just taking a look at this, that this is not necessarily based on anything in particular. Yeah, so that's rumor, squelch rumor, endorsement. So it's very, very generic, but based on the U.S. system and the electoral votes as they were. Where's Florida on here? Florida has 25 electoral votes. Well, in 1991. Interesting. Haygoth, builder of ships. This is from Mayday Games. Now, I like a lot of Mayday games. They put out some good stuff lately. This was not one of their better games. The idea sounded interesting, but I remember thinking, it's okay. You're just building these ships and sending them out with a little bit of take that. Just didn't work very well. Castle from Magma Editions. I gave this one a 5, but I'm struggling to remember anything about the game at all. Looks like a cool area control game where you're building castles. I wonder if this one's old enough that I did a written review of it. It is. Let's see what I said. 13 years ago, Tom said, I recommend, but only to those who like Risk or are looking for something with more depth. The depth is here, and other than the annoying Black Plague roll, everything flows fairly smoothly. So I said it's like Risk, but better. And therefore, I'm not a big fan of Risk at all anymore. So probably I wouldn't be as big of a fan of this. Alrighty, well, there you go. Let's continue on down the list and see with Risk Captain America Civil War Edition. Holly Golly Jr. Realm of Heroes. Up and in. That's a weird name. I want to look at that one. Monopoly, Ultimate Banking, and Shave a Sheep. All right, Risk, Civil War. I actually heard that this one had 2 games inside it, but I don't know anything about the second game. I know, I know how Risk is. This is weird. This one, you think it would have got more buzz. I remember there being like, oh, Risk, Civil War. There's another cool game on the other side of the box. And then, has anyone even got this game? Serious retelling of Risk and not a good one. This game is for kids. Okay, so just another version. Alright. Holly Golly Jr. Holly Golly, you ring a bell when you see 2 clowns of the same color. So you're flipping them over. Some clowns are happy, some clowns are sad. Realm of Heroes, really boring cover. This is from Mr. B Games. This one, I wanted to like this one more than I did. It's so generic looking. You have these, you have the board there that's set up like this with the different shields in it and different types. And then you have these heroes and they move around attacking each other. It's just so generic looking. It's just not worth it. Up and down. Oh, I see. The down is up, upside down. Clever. It's a climbing game or card shedding game like Tishu or Gang of 4. You just want to get rid of your cards. So I guess you can go higher or lower. Wow, that looks like an educational game. Monopoly. Ultimate Banking. He's using a credit card now, folks. This one's still ranked higher than Monopoly. I don't mind adding the electronic component to this, but it's still Monopoly. Shave a Sheep, another Lego game. Man, how many Lego games were there? Here you get sheep Legos. There, they're all stacked up. Huh. Well, this one is one of the lowest ranked Lego ones we found yet. Came out 2010. Quite lowly ranked. Could be better, could be better, could be better. Everyone said simple. Put wool on your own sheep, shear your sheep, swap sheep. So you just roll dice and see what happens. Okay. I think if I saw that one, I might pick it up. In Love. You think that's a tennis game? Seen It, Disney Second Edition. We're not going to look at that. That's just Seen It. Vampire, Werewolf, Fairies. I can't pronounce that one. Dicebot, Mega Fun. And then we always look at the last one, Cube Checkers. In Love, talk about yourself and your relationship. That sounds super fun to do with other random people. Vampire, Werewolf, Fairies. This is from Gozer Games. I gave this one a 5. It looks like it kind of was, yeah, take that style game. And I think, if I remember correctly, there was another group. There's a mismatch of art. That looks like we got Phil Foglio for sure and John Kovalik. Who are the other artists, I wonder, will tell me. I'm sure I would notice them. Randy Millerland and Nico, I don't know how to pronounce her name. She did, well, also Zombie Ninja Pirates. That's the other one that did it. And Titans of the Industry. I don't know how to pronounce this. Means a Suspect, a game located in Helsinki in the 1930s. This came out in 2009. Ooh, it has a very Scotland Yard vibe to it. Huh. Looks kind of fun. Dice Bot Mega Fun. I gave this one a 4. Oh, yes. Man, this is from WizKids also. This one here, you're rolling dice and using those dice to buy parts for your robot and stuff. It's all luck. It's all luck. There's nothing else I can say about it. You know, just luck, 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 luck. Cube checkers. Forget those boring cyclical checkers. Here we have dice checkers. I bet you can't jump a cube if it's higher than you. How much? After you make a non-capture move, you increase the number on the die. Any die showing a 6 is also a king. That's it? Oh, okay. But that is it. That's it for this episode, folks. Thanks so much for watching 10,000 and below. Hope you enjoyed it. Is there a game here that you like, want to talk about more? Let me know in the comments. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell, and you've been watching 10,000 and below on the Dice Tower.